Hey everyone, we're back on the talk show. Today's topic is water, the importance of water, and actually I think some interesting facts you may not know about water and how it relates to your life. We have Michaela and Leandra, but we have a very special guest today who's Jill Dailey McIntosh, the founder of the Dailey Method. Okay, so Jill, before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Dailey Method for those people who aren't aware of it and your background?
The Dailey Method is a 1-hour class. It's really based on core strengthening and giving you a long, lean physique. I started out, I got my degree in kinesiology and taught Pilates and personal training, and then really put this together with the Lottie Burke method was kind of my inspiration to just make it this fantastic class. And I started this just little tiny studio on Scott Street in San Francisco 14 and a half years ago, and now we have 50 studios across the world, really.
Wow. It's amazing. Yeah. I think you were telling us you've seen one in Paris?
There's one in Paris and in Vancouver
and where else? In Mexico City, yep. And of course, you know, all over the US.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I discovered Dailey Method probably over 10 years ago. Started taking classes in Larkspur, and just been so exciting to see my body change and see women just loving it. It's a great exercise.
So true. I mean, I discovered it after I had my second child, and it was the exclusive method I used to get back in shape, actually.
Yeah, that's so great to hear.
And I do it 2 times a week to help me from bulking up with the rest of my training, and I love it.
So we all love it, of course, but today we're going to shift back to the topic of water and share with you some facts, figures, including a blind taste test. Okay, so just to get started, how much water do each of you drink? Because I'm not sure I drink enough. I mean, I drink about 2 glasses a day, which I know is abysmally poor. So where's everybody else on how much water do you?
I probably drink like 3 to 4 glasses a day. I try to get one definitely in the morning as soon as I wake up, just to kind of get myself started. I recently just downloaded an app that pings me every couple of hours to remind me to drink a glass of water, which has actually been really helpful.
I do pretty well. I mean, it's something that I've definitely really worked on, and I just carry a big glass bottle around with me all the time and fill it up and drink it. And my goal is 60 ounces a day, because what I've always understood, you should drink half of your body weight in ounces per day.
That's the equation. I'm really good at drinking water, and I actually try to drink anywhere from 6 to 8 of my bottles, and I carry a Life Factory bottle, and I just try to fill it up.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
6 to 8.
Yeah,
that's a lot of ounces.
You know, but there's a lot of hours.
So of course, you know, we talk about needing to drink enough water, but I mean, there's some obvious benefits, you know, hydration, but what else? I mean, why is it so important?
Well, water is really important for weight loss, actually, because for one, it makes you less hungry, it fills you up, but it also helps to flush the body and the liver and flush fat, so it's very important for that.
And what about during fitness? I mean, is there a protocol there that, you know, other than drink water? I mean, is there a protocol around fitness?
Well, I mean, 45 minutes. If you're working less than 45 minutes, you don't have to drink during it. But
I think people like to bring their bottles because they want to have a break. That's what I think. They want to have a reason to stop.
I like to bring my bottle into class, but I sip while I work out.
Sure, sure. If that makes you feel good. But the rule is, if you're drinking water before and you're drinking water after, as long as it's less than 45 minutes, you're good to go.
Okay, and then this notion of sort of water with electrolytes, yes, no?
Yeah,
I mean,
so I drink coconut water. I kind of trade off drinking coconut water and regular water just to get the full hydration, because I know you don't get enough electrolytes just drinking water alone. Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, I don't do real cardio workouts, so I don't sweat a lot, and I don't replenish with electrolytes at all, because I feel like I can get that from my food.
Right, and if you're sweating a lot, if you're doing cardio or you're outside or you live somewhere where it's hot, you need to replace those electrolytes. So whether it's like a sports drink, which can have a lot of sugar, you know, I like to make my own, which is fun, and doing something like Michaela does, mixing half-half with coconut water, or you can actually make your own with salt, lemon, and honey. You can make your own electrolyte juice. So.
I love that. There's been I mean, coconut water has been a huge craze. Everyone's interested in it. It's like nature's natural hydrating water. But I love that.
Just make sure the coconut water is pure and not bleached. Sometimes they're bleached, so look for that.
Michaela, what about for your skin? Where sort of...
Yeah, water's hugely important, and one of the top things I always recommend to my clients, especially if their skin looks dry or if you're noticing the prominent wrinkles in your face or fine lines, drink water. It makes the biggest difference, and I actually always recommend for events and weddings, I always have clients drink tons of water, coconut water, vitamin C, just to really hydrate and help their skin kind of plump up internally, because ultimately we can use all the creams and serums that we want to help plump up our skin, and a lot of them have like hyaluronic acid, which is going to help plump it up with water and take those cells and like get them nice and juicy so our skin looks smooth. You can do that with water as well, just so drink away. That's
I've noticed a big difference in my skin to when I don't drink enough water and when I do.
yeah, it's huge.
Can I ask you a question? How quickly do you see the effects? I mean, so you say to somebody like before a wedding, before an event, like if you start drinking a lot of water 24 hours before an event, are you going to see a difference?
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
So
yeah,
the
the day
effects are
before
very
immediately.
quickly.
Yeah. With your skin, I think for weddings, like I usually recommend like 72 hours before a big event, start doing the lemon water, start hydrating, start flushing your system out, and you can kind of do a mini little detox by using the lemon as well. But yeah, your skin is going to notice.
And ironically, if you're carrying a lot of water weight, drinking water will help you get rid of water weight. It'll
it's like
take
a diuretic. Yeah, especially with the lemon. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. With that, we're going to go on to a really fun thing, which is a taste test on the different types of water. We all taste 4 different types of water to make our predictions on whether or not you can tell the difference between bottled, tap, filtered, and minerals. And so if you could bring in the water, we're going to each make our predictions and see how right we are on what kind of water we're drinking. All right.
Here we go.
So everybody take a Sharpie.
All right.
And grab a cup of each.
Cheers.
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 All right.
To our health.
I like that one. That's my favorite, whatever it is.
I'm marking multiple ones the same. I can't tell the difference.
Cheers. Yay.
If this was these were wine flights,
It would be a different story.
So I'm going to do the big reveal, and we'll see what we got right. So it was difficult.
Everything tasted the same, honestly.
it was hard. Yeah.
Number 1, bottled.
I got it wrong. I said filtered.
I said filtered also.
I said mineral.
I said mineral. Okay. Oh, everybody's wrong. Number 2, mineral.
Yes. Woo! Nicely done.
I said bottled.
I said filtered. You guys got it?
Number 3, tap. I said tap.
I said bottled.
I said tap.
All right, tap. All right.
Nice.
And number 4,
Yeah.
filtered. Filtered. I said filtered.
I said tap.
All right. All right, you got 3 out of 4.
Love it.
You are the
Do I win a
biggest water
filter?
drinker.
I hope so.
Seconds. So you're our water winner. 3 out of 4 right by Leandra.
I got 1 out of 4.
I got 2.
I didn't get any, especially the one that was filtered. I said it was tap.
But I think you made sort of the point at the beginning, like I could not tell the difference.
Yeah.
I really couldn't.
It was
either,
a little bit of a
honestly.
guessing
Yeah,
game,
it
for
was.
sure.
And I think this sort of speaks to sort of all of these myths about kind of all these different types of water and what's real and what's not. I know that when all of us were researching this segment, we found out some things about water that we didn't know were true, or didn't even think about. For me, I think one of the interesting facts was bottled water is, people talk about how eco-friendly it is, but in fact, all of the recycling potential of bottled water doesn't really get realized by U.S. consumers. 86% of bottled water, the bottles are not in fact recycled and are put in the trash. I think to produce the bottles takes the equivalent of running 1.6 million cars for a year when you think about the gas in the factory. So we think about bottles as being eco-friendly, but in fact they're not. That was sort of an interesting fact for me.
And they leach chemicals into the water as well. So there's toxic chemicals like BPA, and we're always encouraging our audience and my friends and clients to use either glass bottles or aluminum or something that's safe and healthy, because if you leave your plastic water bottle even in the car and it gets heated, you're susceptible to these chemicals leaching into your water, which can be potentially really harmful for your health.
And the water tastes a lot better in a glass.
I think so. Yeah.
And we can't tell the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So bottled water was surprising. Minerals, I think, in water was also like I couldn't tell which of
couldn't
these
tell
waters
either.
That I
had.
could
the
tell. It
aftertaste
was like
in the
sweet. It
mineral.
was almost sweeter.
Yeah.
You could tell. But I think one of the interesting things, again, about minerals in your water, people think about this as sort of a health enhancement, but I think most of the water that with minerals in it is less than 1% of your daily required intake. So the notion of getting minerals in your water, it doesn't actually make a difference,
No,
right?
it doesn't.
Which
From
is
your
again,
food.
surprise.
Way
It's a
more important,
surprise.
like you said.
I think a third fact that we found, tap water, the U.S. consumer has access to the best water in the world when it comes to tap water. It's the cleanest water in the world. So in fact, drinking tap water is just fine for you.
Yeah.
And then of course, number 4, I think what we all sort of intuitively think about, filtered water is one of the most eco-friendly and best options for actually getting clean water.
Right, and affordable. These days you can get a filter for not very much. So.
Right, so affordable and sort of one of the best options, and really as good as anything you're going to find in a bottle or with minerals. Filters seem to be one of the best and most green options for actually water. Okay, so on the topic of filtered water, we're really excited today, before we wrap up the show, to give away an exclusive product on Joyus that is launching actually tomorrow, Monday the 16th, on the internet with SOMA water, which is this amazing carafe.
It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful, so beautifully designed in Germany, as well as organic filter system for bringing you clean water. And I think one of the things that's amazing about SOMA water is really that they give back with every purchase to charity water in order to enable, obviously, clean drinking water for other people in the world.
Yeah, so great.
It's really cool. And so beautiful. I want it on my counter.
And I think it's important to remember in the U.S., like, you know, just being grateful that the fact that we even have access to clean drinking water, and really there's no excuse. Even if you don't have a great filtration system, you can, at the end of the day, just go up to your faucet. There's over 800 million people worldwide who don't have access to clean drinking water on a day-to-day basis. So it's awesome. I'm so excited that we're featuring this on Joyus because, you know, like you said, for everyone that's sold, they're donating to charity water, which is going to bring access to clean drinking water to, you know, countries all over the world.
So we get it exclusively from SOMA today. We have 5 to give away to the first 5 people who post your favorite tip on hydration to share with the rest of us. We'd love to see you post on Facebook, and you could win one of these amazing carafes, which are launching tomorrow on SOMA water. All right, thank you, Jill, for joining us. It's been great to have you in the studio. We sort of feel like we're such big fans, and thank you for spending the time with us. And of course, we'll give you a sneak peek of what's coming up this week on Joyus.